Hi, I am Fabricio Diaz and I'm going to talk to you about the following topic: immunogenicity of fractional dose vaccine during a yellow fever outbreak. Let's first talk about what yellow fever is. The definition: it's a viral infection transmitted by a particular type of mosquito. The infection is most common in parts of Africa and South America and affects travelers and residents of those areas. In many cases, yellow fevers cause head fever, nausea, and vomiting, but it can be prevented with a vaccine, which is a life-threatening virus. But the issue to be addressed is to understand that a fractional dose has an immune response and thus does not deplete the stockpile. So, this we can apply in medicine. If we talk about the use of fractional dose, and this is linked to main reason, which is to optimize resources during times when you have a massive event of presentation of yellow fever cases. This is why the topic seeks to obtain the same immunity response under decrease of the dose. In 2016, the response to a yellow fever outbreak in Angola and in the Democratic Republic of Congo led to a global shortage of yellow fever vaccine. As a result, a fractional dose of the 17dd yellow fever vaccine, who containing 1/5 of the standard dose, 0.1 ml, was offered to 7.6 million children 2 years of age or older and non-pregnant adults is in a preventive campaign in Kinshasa. The goal of this study was to assess the immune response to the fractional dose and large-scale campaign. So, pros and cons. The pros and cons, we have the pros. We can say that something that is in favor of this study is the immunization of people who are in endemic areas of disease, with the factor in favor that many more people could be vaccinated with a standard dose. So the purpose is to seek to fractionate it. And in cons, we can have factor against in which during the study of the fractional vaccine were exposed to people, which could be a great focus of contain of disease because they could have a misconception that they were already vaccinated and is what no known if the fractional vaccine really had a necessary immune response so that people do not acquire the viral infection.
All across Brazil, people are rushing to get vaccinated as the country is seeing the potential for its worst yellow fever outbreak in decades. One person has died, dozens of others have fallen ill with yellow fever symptoms in the past couple weeks. The Minister of Health is quick to say it's not an epidemic, that everything is under control, but health officials are leading a nationwide campaign to urgently vaccinate hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people as soon as possible before the disease can take hold. This is the health center at the main bus terminal in Sao Paulo. They tell us that normally they vaccinate 10, 15, maybe 20 people a day. But with the recent outbreak of yellow fever in Brazil, they tell us just today they vaccinated over 400 people. And as you can see, the line is still long.
Issue applied in Ecuador. Cases. With, the, with respect to Ecuador, the country has no reported new cases of yellow fever since March 2017. Unlike Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, French Guiana, and Peru, which report cases until March 2018. On the other hand, PAHO has expressed its concern regarding the presence of episodes in Brazil between June and November, when the risk should be lower due to less favorable climatic conditions for viral circulation a situation that is an indication that the risk of transmission to unvaccinated humans persists. And then, in this regard, Ecuador maintains the epidemiologic alert for possible import cases of yellow fever or cases of national or internationals without vaccination history traveling to jungle risk areas of the country, such as the Amazonian province and the province of Esmeraldas, who may contract to disease for the reasons the country continues back with vaccination in MPP health units. So, is Ecuador a country at risk of yellow fever? The jungle area of the Amazon of Ecuador, Orellana, Sucumbíos, Pastaza, Morona Santiago, Zamora Chinchipe, and the province of Esmeraldas are considered a risk and endemic for yellow fever virus circulation, where the vector Haemophilus spp and Sabethes spp are present against the transmit this disease. Although urban areas located below 1,650 meters above sea level are not considered endemic areas in Ecuador because yellow fever activity has not been documented. There is a risk of reintroduction of virus through a the Aedes aegypti vector. So, in the conclusion, a fractional dose of the 7th yellow fever vaccine was effective at inducing seroconversion in participants who were seronegative at baseline. Titers remained above the threshold for seropositivity at 1 year after vaccination in nearly all participants who were seropositive at 1 month after vaccination. These findings support the use of fractional dose vaccination for outbreak control. Thank you.